Hello and welcome to Tech Dive. Today we're going to be checking out the Amazon Echo and the genie that lives inside, Alexa. Alexa, say hello.
Hi.
Alright, so this thing is essentially two devices. It's a home speaker and it's a personal voice assistant, and the two go hand in hand, but let's break it down into what you'll be using it for. First, you'll mostly be using it for the speaker side of things. Now, the personal assistant is definitely great, and you can use that in varying levels, so we'll be getting into that. Quality of the speaker is pristine. I've heard a lot of smaller speakers that don't sound anywhere near as good as this. I was definitely shocked when it first started talking to me and the voice came through very, very clearly. And then the music too also comes through with good highs, good mids, and good lows right out of the box. You don't have to tweak anything about it. And I've heard a lot of Bluetooth speakers, and they usually overcompensate by making the highs too high and the lows too low. But this one is really the Goldilocks of portable speakers. Now, I will note that it's not a cabinet speaker. It's not $1,000 sound system. You know, there's definitely better audio than this, but I'm kind of an audio fiend. I like to really have good audio. I won't really listen to music unless the audio is of a certain quality, and this definitely meets that quality. It's definitely a speaker I can use and listen to music on without regretting it later. So you probably want me to play some music for you right now. The problem is one, a lot of it's copyrighted, and two, if I play music for you over the speaker, you're going to hear this speaker through this microphone, through YouTube codecking and whatever codecking I have to do to render this thing, and compressions and things like that, and then it's going to go through your speakers at home, and by the time it gets to you, it's going to sound nice, but it's not going to sound like you're actually going to experience it in your home. It's not going to have that boom and that presence that the speaker definitely has. It definitely has presence. So I'm not going to be really playing any music here, but we are going to be interviewing Alexa in a second. So if you notice, I've been saying her name a lot, Alexa. And see, that time it heard me. And you might be wondering, what if I have someone in my house named Alexa? Is it going to light up every time I say the name? And the answer is yes. It does do a pretty good job of recognizing when you're not talking to it. Like right now, it's not really saying...
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, see, there are exceptions. It's totally thinking I'm talking to it right now. But that's something to keep in mind. It's very receptive to its name. You can mostly get by without it just kicking on all the time, but if you say its name, it's mostly listening to you. There is a microphone button on top that you can turn the speaker off with, and now I can say Alexa all I want, and it won't hear me, and it flashes red because it's kind of upset. But now her ears are back and she can hear me. Alexa, what's the square root of 7?
The square root of 7 is 2.65.
So Amazon really markets this thing as a voice assistant, and what's strange about that is I already have two voice assistants. On my phone I have Siri, and I also have the Google app. The Google app is probably one of the best fact finders I could have, and Siri is really what handles all my phone calls and messages and stuff if I need to be hands-free. But the sad reality is, and this is something I didn't really realize until I had the Echo in my home, is that Echo truly is hands-free, and my phone is not. I have to pull out my phone, unlock it, bring up whatever voice assistant I need, talk to it, and then I'll get my answer. And that sounds pretty simple, but with Alexa, you just talk to her, and she starts responding and doing whatever it is you ask. You don't want to touch your phone when you have a raw egg or flour on your hands. You're working on a car, you don't want to stop and get grease all over your phone just because you want to change songs. There are just times in life where simply talking to someone is better. And there's something to it that I also would have never really thought about until I had the Echo in my home, which is there's a community aspect to the Echo. It's not like a phone where you have to pass it back and forth every time you want someone to change music, or rehook up your Bluetooth speaker to someone else's phone every time someone wants to control the music. You just talk to Alexa. There's also a coffee table aspect to Alexa. When she's just sitting around, it kind of brings up conversation. You talk about how cool it is to have a little voice assistant in your home. You kind of show off the speaker. So there's definitely some major differences. It's really just categorically different than your phone. Your phone is a very personal thing that you use. Alexa's more of a family thing that your family uses. So if that paradigm makes more sense to you, if you're thinking like, I need something that my family can interact with, I want to use something in my home, then Alexa would be a better choice for that. If you're just doing something personally, then your phone might be a better answer. But then again, there is that hands-on aspect of your phone that Alexa doesn't have. Also, if you're currently in the market for a speaker, remember she's a fantastic speaker, so that would be one less thing you have to buy, so that's kind of a reason you can kind of justify the cost. The Amazon Echo comes in white and black. It's this tall cylinder here. It's got this very sleek design to it. It would kind of go well in any home. It's not very, doesn't pop out, so when you walk in, it's not like, oh, there's this huge robot thing in the floor. Like, it's gonna be pretty low profile. Anywhere you want to set it, would go really well on a bookshelf or a kitchen counter. On top of it, you'll notice there's two buttons. One is a microphone on and off toggle button, and the other one is a attention button, and you can use it to get Alexa's attention without saying Alexa. So if it's a voice assistant, how well does the voice assistant side of things work? Well, when you're across the room, if there's lots of noise going, it'll still normally hear you. You do kind of have to speak up a bit, but it's not in an annoying way. It works very much as expected. You can set it kind of anywhere in the room, and as long as it's nearby, I can be in the other room sometimes and it'll hear me. So there's definitely a good microphone reception here, and it does a really good job of telling your voice apart from just sheer noise. Like if you have kids running around screaming, it'll still hear you for the most part. The thing about Alexa too is they're always working on her programming, and they're always trying to get her better and better at being a voice assistant. There are skills you can purchase to fill out what she can do. You're gonna have to look into those skills and figure out if there's really any you would want to add to it. We added the cooking skill, and it will read off recipes and scale recipes for you. Alexa, what search engine do you use?
You can ask me your question, and if I don't know the answer, I'll perform a Bing search in the Alexa app.
There you go. Another thing you might want it for is reading audiobooks. It does connect to audible.com and will read your audiobooks through her speaker. That doesn't mean that there's not another 1,000 convenient ways to hook up an audiobook, but it's just one more thing where if you're already using Alexa, you can totally add her into that setup. She's also smart home compatible. If you have a lot of smart home things or you're planning on buying a lot of smart home things, Alexa would be a natural companion to that, since you could talk to her and she could turn things on and off or adjust settings for you in your smart home devices. She hooks up to your Amazon account through the Amazon app, so she naturally finds your Amazon Prime Music and your Amazon Unlimited, but she'll also interface with Spotify, iHeart Music Radio, and TuneIn, and lots of other music reading software. So whichever one you're set up with already, she should be able to connect to that one way or another and play your music for you. So the Amazon Echo is priced at $180, so if you're looking for a speaker already, that justifies a lot of the cost in that. Alrighty, so the best way for you to really understand Alexa is just to talk to her. So let's interview Alexa and see what she has to say. Alexa, how old are you?
I'm 2 in human years, 14 in dog years, and 25 in cat years. I think AI years are marked by nanoseconds, so that makes me like a skrillion.
She's like a skrillion years old. Alexa, what's 2 plus 7?
The sum of 2 and 7 is 9.
Alexa, who is the current president of the United States?
The US president is Donald Trump.
Alexa, who is the king of Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia's king is Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
Excuse me, waiter, this coffee tastes like mud. Yes, sir, it's fresh ground.
Alexa, tell me a pun.
Why don't people eat clocks? It's too time consuming.
That's pretty good. That's a good one. Alexa, where do you live?
I'm here and my head is in the cloud.
Alexa, what's a good recipe for chicken?
Welcome to All Recipes. Searching for chicken. I've found hundreds of results. My recommendation is chicken pot pie 9 recipe. It has 5 out of 5 stars with thousands of reviews and takes 1 hour 10 minutes. Would you like to hear the recipe details?
No, thank you though.
Okay, which recipe or ingredient should I search for?
Alexa, stop.
Goodbye.
That's how I usually get her when she starts getting into the skills and stuff. And sometimes you don't want to keep going. You want to change course and not look into a recipe anymore. You want to do something else. She'll keep kind of asking you about the recipe stuff. So I just say, Alexa, stop, and she stops whatever she's doing, and that tends to work. Alexa, my son loves this song. Play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
I can't find the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Well, that's not very good. That's the first time she's ever told me that exactly. Alexa, play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, an Amazon Music original by Lisa Loeb.
Alexa, stop. Okay, we don't want to mess up copyright stuff, and I have no idea how that would work for even Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So that's Alexa. That's mostly what she does. She can play playlists for you. She can read stuff for you. She can learn little facts for you. She can send messages to other people.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Sometimes she hears her name when she doesn't need to hear her name. You will need a smartphone to use Alexa because she needs her Alexa app. It's not just a convenient side of things, it's actually a needed part of her. If whatever she's doing is just too cumbersome for voice, for example, reading on an hour-long recipe or something, she's going to send you the results to your phone so you can view it more at your convenience. That's not everything she does. Most of the time she doesn't use the app at all, but you can also use it to send messages to your friends and family who also have the Alexa app. The guy who let me borrow this, I sent him a message right after we got it, and he can send me one back from his house using the internet. And it's just like texting over Wi-Fi, over voice via the Alexa. Via the Amazon.
That's okay.
Via the Amazon Echo. So should you buy the Amazon Echo? Well, we've been borrowing this from a friend, and I can tell you that we're going to buy one. If you're looking at this thing and you're like, that's cool, I think I'll use that, I think I'm going to want it, I think I'm going to enjoy having it in the house, then the answer is yes, get it. It's going to do everything you want it to do. It's great. If you're not really interested in it, if you're looking at it and you're like, well, this thing is just kind of cumbersome, it's not really something I want to fold into my life, then don't get it, because it's not going to surprise you. It's not going to just completely revolutionize your life. But if you're already interested, if you already want it, then it's going to do everything you want. It's not going to disappoint. It's going to be great. So there you go. That's the Amazon Echo. Thank you for watching this Tech Dive review. We review lots of computer enthusiast parts, video things, awesome tech stuff. Really, if you're interested in tech in general, you might be interested in our channel. Like if this video helped you out. Subscribe if you're looking for more. Thanks for watching. Alexa, say bye-bye.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
There we go.